With Joe Gallagher, one of Britain's greatest trainers at the minute. What would you say has made you so successful recently, Joe?
Not me, it's the lads. They're the ones that are doing the business in the ring. Just guide them, train them and give them a bit of encouragement and tactical advice, that's it. But it's down to them at the end of the day. They're the ones that are taking the blows and giving the blows.
You recently went on, I think it was a 50-fight win streak, or was it you got close to the 50-fight win streak and you went to Germany where you fought Stern, was it, with Matthew Macklin? How did that feel just to get that far?
At the time, listen, we were unaware, we were just doing our thing, just got to work and everything else, and the record became something. Like I said, we got to 49 and it was 50. I just felt at the time when we were doing that I wasn't allowed to enjoy it at the time, but this time I am doing. We're in a better place mentally, and that's it. And everyone's just in a happier place. And the wins, they're not giving me wins neither. Stephen Smith wasn't expected to beat Gary Buckland in the manner he was. Crawley wasn't supposed to beat Gavin Rees. Like I said, Liam Smith had a good win there over the weekend. So we're not in give me fights neither, and that's the pleasing thing.
You have been in extremely competitive fights and come out when you have been training the underdog. What gives you that edge? So there's something. Is it the way you study fight? Is it the way you set your fighters up, or is it, as you say, just down to the fighters themselves?
I think, listen, it's like anything. When the bell goes, I step down. It's up to them to carry out the instructions and carry out the game plan. And good credit has to give to, like I say, Anthony Crawler's win over Gavin Rees. Stephen Smith with Gary Buckland, if you've seen at the end of the first round, the bollocked Stephen Smith because he didn't stick to the game plan, but he got back on track and did the shot that we've been working on in the changing rooms 20 minutes beforehand and the whole training camp. So, yeah, like I say, I'm really proud to train such a talented bunch of kids where none of them seem to have an ego and they're all wanting to push each other on, and the sky's the limit for them. They're not happy to sit on the laurels of what they've achieved. They all want to go on and challenge for European and world honours.
He never switches off. He's like you said, at the minute the gym's absolutely bouncing. Obviously we've got Scott and his big fight next week, but every couple of weeks there's someone from our gym, it seems, in a big fight. And just last weekend we had the Smith brothers making a bit of history there. We might never ever see that again. There's a good chance we'll never see that again. And just to know them, not just like the good friends of mine, and to be training alongside them and to be good friends, it's like I'm proud as hell.
You put the work in, you get the results out, and it's not all about hard work. You've got to be smart with it. Smart work beats hard work. There's a lot of people who train hard, but if you're training hard but it's not the right work, it doesn't matter how hard you're training. So it's about having a balance between the trainer and the lads. If the lads didn't put it in and didn't live the life, Joe wouldn't get the results. If Joe didn't put the work in and study the game plan and tactics and everything like that, but we did, we wouldn't get the results. It's a team effort, and that's what makes it a special bond. You've got to have trust in your trainer, and he's got to have trust in your fighter, and you've got to put the work in.
I think it's hard work, his dedication, what he puts in as a trainer is second to no one. I think it's unbelievable, the amount of time he puts into the sport. He deserves nothing but success back, in my opinion, because, he's there from 5 in the morning, sometimes he's going to the pool to do 6 o'clock swimming sessions with the lads, and then, he's there on the track sessions still at 8 o'clock at night some days, I don't know how his family put up with him at home, but, the time he puts into boxing, he deserves nothing but success, in my opinion.
I think just his work ethic, he puts a lot of time in with his lads, it's like a 24/7 job for him, he's in the gym in the morning, gym in the night, track in the night, and then even when he goes home, he's studying opponents and stuff, so, he puts a lot of time in and he deserves all his awards, and, I feel he's got the best stable in the country at the moment.
Well, he works very, very hard. I don't know many trainers who work as hard as him. I think camaraderie and confidence and belief in any form of sport is huge. And I think what they've got in there at the moment is the feeling of a winning camp and a winning team, and everyone's sort of bouncing off each other. And you know, you look at Liam Smith won, Paul Smith won, Callum Smith's flying. You know, Anthony Crolla beat Gavin Rees. You know, it's a great stable, and obviously Quigg can win that world title next Saturday, and you've got to say it's the #1 stable in Britain. And you know, as long as everyone keeps working hard, they deserve what they get.
I would love to be in the ballpark of the money they're talking about in regards to Mundine and Moseley. It was a much lesser fight for me, so obviously it